Dicey Dungeons is a smart, engaging roguelike in which dice rolls yield strategic money. Each character plays wildly differently, making each run unique and entertaining. The combination of luck and strategy is wonderfully calibrated, making victory seem earned while setbacks serve as a valuable lesson. Its vibrant visual design and peppy soundtrack create a unique, appealing atmosphere that's difficult to ignore. Whether you play for a few minutes or hours, the addicting gameplay loop will have you going back for just one more roll. The King of Fighters 13 is a striking return to classic 2D fighting with refined mechanics that reward skill and precision. The hand-drawn animations look stunning in motion, while the enhanced netcode makes competitive matches feel reliable and smooth. Each fighter has depth, encouraging mastery and strategy across different playstyles. The soundtrack fuels every battle with intensity, and the modes provide both challenge and replay value. As a refined update to a beloved entry, this game feels both timeless and exciting. PowerSlave Exhumed is a new version of the classic console game. The game takes players on a trip through the ancient Egyptian city of Karnak, where hostile extraterrestrial forces have arrived, isolating the residents and causing mayhem. Key features include immersive first-person action, over 20 levels of non-stop gameplay, completely 3D-generated scenery, and the ability to cross dangerous bridges and submerged caverns. Players can also equip themselves with a wide range of weaponry such as hand grenades, flamethrowers, M60 machine guns, and mystical cobra staffs. Warm Snow is a gritty, fast-paced action roguelike that blends dark fantasy with Chinese mythology in a striking, atmospheric way. Combat feels sharp and fluid, with satisfying swordplay and varied relics that encourage different playstyles each run. The haunting soundtrack and beautifully grim art direction pull players deep into its eerie world. Each death feels like a lesson, making progression rewarding and addicting. An experience that thrives on tight gameplay loops and compelling world building, it's a thrilling ride through myth and madness. Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion feels like a strong return to classic shooters while modern updates make it more approachable. The remaster upgrades the visuals with sharper detail and smoother performance, breathing new life into the dark environments and intense combat. Weapon variety keeps encounters exciting, and the dual protagonists give extra depth to the campaign. Smart level design and improved controls make revisiting this game worthwhile. As a remaster, it stands as a testament to how timeless gameplay can still feel engaging today. Kill It With Fire is a game in which players must destroy an ancient and dangerous spider by exploiting their only vulnerability, fire. They must employ powerful arachnid tracking equipment to find the spiders in hundreds of hiding places. When they run out, they must burn everything and crush the spider with a frying pan. The game has hundreds of weaponry, creepy crawlies, a realistic fire simulation system, and unrestrained mayhem and devastation. To properly destroy spiders, players must first understand the facts about them. Days of Doom is a tactical RPG roguelite that challenges players to find sanctuary, a ray of hope in an otherwise chaotic world. Players must assemble a motley crew of heroes to defend their expanding village and battle their way ahead. The game has 8 character classes with distinct powers, a dozen foes, over 50 randomly occurring events, and over 70 objects and runes to gather. The odds against players may appear overwhelming, but clever use of heroes' skills, including upgrading and adding new abilities along the journey, might aid.
Now it is time to add your own.
Hogwarts Legacy is an immersive RPG set in the 18th century environment of Hogwarts, where players may direct the action and create their own quest in the wizarding world. Explore the vast world of Hogwarts, Hogsmeade, the Forbidden Forest, and the surrounding Overland area, learning spells, brewing potions, growing plants, and caring for magical creatures. As you progress, you'll be assigned to a home, form connections, and learn new talents in order to become the ideal witch or wizard.
The journey ahead will
Night Slasher's Remake revives the cult classic with striking visuals and smoother combat that make every fight feel satisfying. The atmosphere is drenched in horror flair, with grotesque enemies and moody stages that keep the action engaging. Each character feels distinct, offering plenty of variety in how battles are approached. Co-op play makes the chaos even better, turning every stage into a fun spectacle of brawling mayhem. This remake feels like a true celebration of old-school arcade action with modern refinements that keep it exciting. Uragun is an explosive twin-stick shooter packed with adrenaline-fueled action and sleek mech combat. The pacing keeps things exciting, with smooth controls and satisfying gunplay that make each battle feel rewarding. Enemy waves are challenging without feeling overwhelming, and the futuristic environments enhance the intensity. The upgrade system adds the right layer of depth to keep players engaged. A fantastic choice for fans of fast-paced action and high-powered firepower with enough strategy to keep it engaging.
Training and doing tournaments.
Treachery in Beatdown City mixes classic beat-em-up action with clever RPG strategy, creating a refreshing twist on the genre. The combat system encourages planning moves carefully while still keeping the energy of street fights intact. Its humor, social commentary, and diverse cast give the game plenty of personality, making each encounter memorable. The retro-inspired visuals and catchy soundtrack add to the vibe, turning what could have been a simple brawler into something that feels inventive and worth returning to often.
So my eyes open, don't provoke when I'm side-scrolling, street sweeper.
Jinshin is an exciting JRPG set in an ancient fantasy world where kami deities live with humans. Mikazuchi, a great swordsman, teams up with the Amaterasu clan to save his tutor from Onigami Ichigan, a formidable force. The game requires players to utilize their strategic abilities to execute great formations, collect ingredients for extraordinary equipment, unlock mysterious kami arts, and uncover magical arts from the Tsukumo kami. Players must also use strategic instructions to improve their town in order to win prizes and learn new crafting methods. Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. The first party-based RPG video game, players embark on a deluxe dungeon adventure headed by the insane Overlord Trevor to recover an amulet from the evil wizard Werdna. The game includes simple challenges, enhanced party management, travel, spellcasting, and fighting. Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord is an excellent starting point for anyone unfamiliar with the classic Wizardry series, thanks to beautiful new visuals, music, and a revised interface. Gaiden is an exciting game in which ninja robots Robayu and Bytron race against the clock to recover stolen power skulls from Georgio's 6 henchbots. As they are exposed to the skulls, the henchbots get stronger, making the fight easier as they rush through. Running, leaping, and slicing through precisely constructed stages, selecting from several difficulty settings, fighting bosses in any order, engaging in fast-paced local cooperative combat, and collecting gold rewards to survive the brutal ending gauntlet are all key elements. Barbearian is a gripping hack-and-slash game set in a world full with peril and intrigue. The players must navigate a planet overseen by the arbitrators, who decide the fate of the cosmos. Over 100 action-packed levels await you, spanning from lush woods to perilous mountains, each with its own set of obstacles and secret riches. Players may acquire treasures to improve their abilities and personalize their characters. They must also construct a strong army of prisoners.
Tight.
Just how I like it.
Rad, a young child who spends too much time playing video games, discovers himself in his old console, Dusty. and sets out on a mission to preserve a rotting jungle world from corruption. The game includes a range of weaponry such as the Bolt Blaster and Phoenix Cannon. Dusty, who fixes flaws in the running game world, is the only one who can enter the Pixelverse, a perilous space-time breaking location. Classic Easter eggs and new additions such as 2-player couch co-op. Battle mode, new characters, powers, minigames, overworld, stages, and mysteries are all included.
A lot of combinations!
Phantom Breaker Omnia comes across as an energetic fighter that balances accessibility with surprising depth. The roster is diverse, giving each character a distinct personality and style that keeps battles engaging. The mechanics encourage both casual play and deeper strategies, while the choice between fighting styles adds replay value. Visually, the game carries a vibrant anime aesthetic paired with catchy music that enhances the action. As a fighting game, it feels both welcoming and rewarding.
Get out a fighting game jail card! Let's go and collect 2!
Smashing the Battle is a stylish hack and slash game that thrives on flashy combat and over-the-top action. The character designs are bold, the stages are full of chaos, and the combat is satisfying with its mix of combos and upgrades. The music keeps the energy high while the visuals emphasize the futuristic vibe with vibrant effects and detailed environments. With its arcade-like feel and addictive gameplay loop, the game provides plenty of reasons to keep returning to master new skills and push through tougher challenges. Garage is a gritty, adrenaline-fueled top-down shooter that throws you head-first into a nightmarish world teeming with mutants and chaos. Its fast-paced combat is incredibly satisfying, with a variety of weapons that feel punchy and responsive. The moody soundtrack and claustrophobic level design build a strong sense of tension, keeping you on edge throughout. What really stands out is its unapologetic style, gruesome, intense, and thrilling. If you're craving a raw, action-heavy experience with horror elements, Garage absolutely delivers in spades. A Wake Walker comes from a frozen world, charged with solving the planet's mysteries and finding a way out. The game has a Souls-like journey with stages organized around checkpoints and unlocks shortcuts for continued progress. The Awake Walker faces many groups competing for control of the planet's resources, and alliances must be carefully chosen to have long-term implications for the globe and its population. The game has sophisticated riddles and buried mythology, and players may tailor their loadout to their desired playstyle. Omen of Sorrow is a one-of-a-kind combat game in which creatures from horror, literature, and mythology coexist. It takes influence from arcade classics and adds a skill-based twist to battle. The game has a broad cast of characters, unique animations, and spectacular finale. The entire character roster, an upgraded narrative mode, and the option to play online across several platforms are all included in the Ultimate Edition. Selecting from a varied array of horror classics, performing cinematic finishes, engaging in single-player modes, and modifying strategy on the fly are all key aspects. Cyber Citizen Shockman 2, A New Menace is a delightful blast from the past, blending classic run-and-gun action with quirky charm. The pixel art and catchy soundtrack capture the spirit of 16-bit era gaming, while the snappy controls make jumping and blasting through levels incredibly satisfying. Co-op mode adds a fun layer, making it perfect for quick sessions with a friend. It's a short but sweet experience that respects your time and delivers retro joy in spades. Fans of old-school action titles will find plenty to love here. Ghost Blade HD is a top-down shoot-'em-up game that blends classic 1990s shooters with new additions. It has a clean graphic design, spectacular effects, and an exciting two-player option. The game strikes a balance between accessibility and complexity, making it suitable for newbies while rewarding seasoned players. High-definition visuals, 5 hard stages with boss adversaries, 3 separate player ships with varied weapon kinds, traditional arcade-style gameplay, local co-op mode, online leaderboards, and an in-game achievement system. Quomp 2 is a fascinating game that blends the essence of 1972 Pong with the modern indie gem Quomp. Players guide a Pong ball stuck between two paddles through a minimalist universe using straightforward two-button controls. The game has 30 levels spread across 4 realms, with hidden collectibles and countless surprises. Players must progress through 30 hard stages, battling formidable foes and monsters. The game has a calming soundtrack, a profound journey, and a gripping story about doubt, fear, and self-acceptance. Xuan Yuan's Sword Mists Beyond the Mountains stands out with its rich storytelling, layered characters, and a soundtrack that perfectly complements its ancient Chinese European setting. The turn-based combat feels satisfying with just the right amount of strategy and pacing. Visually, the art direction captures a timeless, mythic atmosphere that suits the narrative. What truly makes it memorable is how the journey unfolds, steadily building depth and emotion without rushing, making it a standout in the RPG genre. El Hijo, a Wild West tale, is a clever stealth adventure that uses its Western backdrop in a refreshing way. Guiding the boy through monasteries, deserts, and outlaw camps feels engaging thanks to creative puzzles and the use of shadows, toys, and misdirection instead of combat. The non-violent approach makes each encounter feel thoughtful, while the art style and music add warmth to the journey. As progression continues, the sense of discovery grows stronger, making this stealth-focused adventure rewarding from beginning to end.
Hello there! My name is...
Swords and Soldiers 2 Shawarmageddon is a real-time strategy game in which players control a map and force adversaries back to their bases. The game has 3 formidable factions: the Viking Warband, the Persian army, and the Demons. Players must mine gold to obtain additional soldiers, structures, and spells for destroying their opponent's bases. The game has an extended single-player campaign in which players battle Redbeard the Viking in a variety of locales.
And local multiplayer!
Haunted House delivers a charming blend of retro-inspired gameplay and modern roguelite elements. The spooky cartoon art style sets a fun, eerie tone that feels perfect for casual runs through its randomly generated rooms. Combat is light but engaging, with stealth and puzzle solving giving it nice variety. Unlocking new characters and upgrades keeps things fresh, and the atmosphere is surprisingly cozy despite the haunted theme. It's not overly challenging, making it great for short, relaxing play sessions. A delightful throwback that captures the spirit of classic adventure games. Oceanhorn, Monster of Uncharted Seas, delivers a vibrant, action-packed adventure with beautifully crafted environments and a charming orchestral soundtrack. The game balances exploration, puzzle solving, and combat in a way that feels satisfying and accessible. Its colorful world is filled with secrets, treasures, and engaging dungeons that encourage curiosity. The storyline is simple yet heartfelt, supported by strong voice acting and a whimsical tone. Smooth controls and a rewarding progression system make every moment enjoyable and memorable from start to finish. Pilo and the Holobook bursts with color and imagination, crafting a whimsical world that's both curious and heartfelt. The fluid movement and creative puzzles keep the pace engaging, while the enchanting soundtrack brings each environment to life. Characters are expressive and full of personality, making every interaction feel meaningful. From its vibrant art style to its clever storytelling, the game shines with warmth and care. It's a delightful journey that leaves a lasting impression long after the final chapter has been explored. Players must use bright phrases, colors, shapes, and sounds to repel waves of oncoming attackers. If the enemy breaks your defenses, you must engage in close quarters battle to drive them back. The game is loaded with Minter's typical comedy, trippy imagery, and a passion for creating games that are a delight to play. Key elements include arcade excitement, 50 distinct levels and accessibility settings for individuals who are sensitive to flashing lights or want a more relaxing experience. Players must gather ammo for precise shots, preserve their combination, and protect their rings or life force. Yars Recharged combines aspects of arcade action, adventure, and shoot-'em-up, interrupted by periods of bullet hell. Players must penetrate complicated opponent defenses while always mindful of potential dangers. In arcade mode, there are 30 strong foes to defeat, and each has just one life. Mission mode has 30 different bosses with a worldwide leaderboard, and players must face them directly or use minor cores to get to the main monster. When destroyed, power-ups are released, and Yars Recharged allows for local co-op action in both arcade and mission modes. XIII Academy is a magical institution in the Sternship area that allows prospective sorcerers to immerse themselves in the Academy's colorful existence. Almacation allows players to face magical monsters, develop their elemental magic, and release soul source magic to get unique character attributes. As they explore the bleak environment, they discover hidden truths and learn the truth about the lost phenomenon. XIII Academy offers a mesmerizing combination of enchantment, personal growth, and adventure, resulting in an amazing trip for everybody. Process of Elimination is a gripping whodunit that blends classic detective drama with visual novel flair. Each character, from the eccentric sleuths to the chilling villains, brings depth to a story that constantly keeps you guessing. The layered mysteries unravel at a satisfying pace, with choices that feel impactful and puzzles that challenge without frustrating. Visually stylish and backed by a haunting soundtrack, it's an engrossing experience that fans of murder mysteries shouldn't miss. The narrative payoff is well worth the cerebral ride, making every deduction feel genuinely rewarding. Rava and the Phantom Library is a classic side-scrolling platformer in which players must recruit 4 allies to escape the eerie library. The game spans 7 stages and offers appealing characters, flawless graphics, and intellectually intriguing challenges. Players may modify their gameplay experience by selecting one of 3 difficulty levels. Rava, the youthful summoner apprentice, navigates haunting books, confronts their masters, and fights the library's monster. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome.
In the face.